Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins, and Trevor.
Million in the average milliliter. And in one act of a carnal relation, there's usually about 3 millimeters. So the male body produces, 3 milliliters, 3 times as 100 million, speaks for itself, enough to repopulate a medium-sized country from one man, if those sperm are all doing their job. But of course, it is only one who is seeking to get there. Quite why we produce such an extravagant surplus of spermatozoa when only one is actually going to be successful, if it is at all, is a question science really has yet to answer. They just don't know why that is the case. But it's interesting, as I say, how did we get here? Well, that's the side of it from the male. So let's look at the eggs from the women. Now, in fact, a week or two ago, we talked about eggs, didn't we? The eating kind. So that's nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
But yeah. So women, they have their eggs, but likewise, similar to men, they have an extraordinary excess of need in terms of the numbers of eggs. Now, I don't know whether you know or realise it, but women are born with their life supply of eggs. They actually have them when they're born. They don't regenerate them. And to look at that a bit more deeply, a 20-week-old fetus, female fetus, weighing 3 or 4 ounces, will already have 6 million eggs in that tiny fetus. 6 million eggs. Now, by the time another 20 weeks has gone by, or thereabouts, and the baby is born, she's down to 1 million eggs. So for reasons not fully understood, 6 million eggs are produced, and that reduces at quite a rate over 20 weeks to 1 million eggs at birth. And really from there until childbearing years, they sit waiting around, if you like, in the ovaries, still reducing, not at the same pace, diminishing. But when a woman is ready for childbearing years, she has about 180,000 eggs left. And again, why she has that many, far more than she could ever need, and why there's been such a diminishing of the numbers from originally 6 million, are two more imponderables that the powers that be don't know. Science doesn't understand why that should be the case. So it's kind of strange, isn't it, that both men and women have far more than is necessary reproductive capability, reproductive possibility in both sides of it, the sperm and the eggs. And as far as the eggs are concerned, one of the things that may be happening is that more women in the Western world particularly, but probably around the world, are choosing to postpone their childbearing until, I suppose, mid-30s or beyond, for reasons of wanting, understandably, to have a career and so on. But that is, again, the law of diminishing returns does mean that she'll have less eggs as time goes by, so that the possibilities, the chances of actually fertilizing that egg through a sperm get less, because there's less of the eggs. It's just true to say that some European countries, but also including Japan and Singapore, the average age of women starting their childbearing there is about 33, 34. Some other European countries, including, I think, Hong Kong, it's late 20s, which includes Britain. I think our average age of a woman having her first child is about 28 and a half years. Yeah. The USA is a bit of an outlier because they're about 26, the age there, which is younger. So the point is, by the age of 35, a woman will have exhausted 95% of her eggs, so there'll still be plenty left, but that's vast majority will have gone. So it means there's less chances of fertilization, and apparently those that are left not only are less in quantity, but sometimes slight reduction in quality, and they can produce. There's more chance of them producing a multiple birth, including twins. As, of course, is IVF, which we won't talk about here, but that sometimes has an incidence, a higher than expected incidence of multiple births. So there we are. So that's the two sides of this. And let's come to the conclusion of what happens. So this lucky sperm, he finds his way and he thinks, I can fertilize that egg. And believe it or not, the egg, which is 100 times bigger than the poor little wriggling sperm.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor Gear and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.